Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Radio. So today, we're going to be taking a look at a new Tag Team GX. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I made a video just a week or two ago telling you that we were going to be seeing this card soon. And we now have seen this card, and I'm going to have to blow my own trumpet just a little bit here. This looks a lot like we said it would in the prediction video. So let's have a gander, shall we? It's got 270 HP, which is exactly the amount we said it would. It's in line with Eevee and Snorlax and Celebi and Venusaur. As for the weakness to water, it's not that big a deal. Water decks are just not that prevalent at the moment. Retreat cost of 3 is kind of annoying because, you know, buff padding, boo, hiss, etc. And being a fire type does mean you're hitting weakness against the aforementioned Celebi and Venusaur, and really that's about the only one you'll ever need it, because almost everything else you're getting a one-hit KO on, and you don't need to worry about weakness, which in a way is kind of terrifying. As for the energy, we've got Kiawe and we got Reshiram GX. More on them later. This is an energy-hungry Pokemon, as we knew it would be. It's a big fire Pokemon. But yeah, that's not a big deal. So this was revealed in CoroCoro, the magazine over in Japan, as we assumed it would be. They often are. I really wish that magazine was released in the UK, because even though I don't read Japanese, I'm trying, I would buy it every single month. Hey ho. So what does it actually do? Well, our translation here comes from the lovely Joe over at Cerebi.net, and the first attack, as we suggested it might be, is an outrage attack. How cool, right? Harking back, of course, to the most famous Reshiram, the one from Black and White. It does 30 damage, plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on it. This adds up very, very quickly. Very quickly indeed. And bearing in mind, you've got so much HP here. You're sitting there at 270 HP. So let's say, for argument's sake, that Celebi and Venusaur hit you for 150 with Solar Beam. Well, they're just not going to be getting a one-hit KO with that. But you're then hitting them back for 180, bearing in mind you're hitting for weakness. So it's not really 180, it's 360, and there is nothing they're going to be able to do to stop that attack. This is an outrage attack, but it's a very big outrage attack. Slightly upsetting that it is for a fire colorless. Obviously the old Reshiram was for a double colorless energy. That made a big, big difference because it's a single energy attachment. This is not quite so easy to use. In Expanded, we've got Max Elixir, although I really do see this as more of a standard deck. But then again, in Expanded, we've also got Blacksmith, and Blacksmith is a really, really good option here because it will put 2 energy on there straight away. This is probably not an attack on which you're going to be relying as you go through the game, because the reality is it's just not going to work that much. There's not going to be that often that we actually get a situation where your opponent is attacking into this. Sometimes they have to. Sometimes they will have no choice. Sometimes they're going to have to 2-hit KO. And that's one of the real strengths of Reshiram and Charizard. Either they 1-hit KO, and there's not much you can do about it, or they 2-hit KO or 3-hit KO, and any time other than a 1-hit KO, you're going to be able to get a cheap, effective attack. That's nice. You're not often going to get a KO with this, so let's take something like Zoroark. Zoroark will hit you for 120, you'll hit them back for 180 with a choice band. That's still not actually enough to get a KO, but it's still an awful lot of damage. Nice bonus, not the main thing to do. The main thing to do are the 2 big attacks. Fire, 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 colorless, 230. This Pokemon cannot use this attack next turn. I thought this was more likely to be discarding energy, but a bunch of Pokemon have had can't attack the following turn, including, of course, Volcanion, who was one of the big uns. And 230 damage is a huge amount of damage. GXs, the biggest, baddest GXs we've got, have 250 HP. Think things like Incineroar. So with a choice band, any GX whatsoever goes down. Honestly, against the vast majority like Gardevoir, you're just not even going to need this. This is not going to be a problem. 4 energy and you basically KO anything. Let's take Tag Team GXs. Well, 260, there are 3 Tag Team GXs you won't KO. Celebi and Venusaur, oh no wait, they've got weakness, ha in their face. Eevee and Snorlax, where you will be 10 damage short. What you could do here is actually play Shrine of Punishment. And that would then put you up to 270 and get the KO. Now, generally speaking, using Shrine of Punishment when you're playing a GX which also takes damage from Shrine of Punishment is not a great idea. However, remember you've got an Outrage attack. So there is an argument here, and I don't know how strong the argument is, but there is at least an argument here to play Shrine of Punishment so that you can take a bit of damage so that you can do more with the Outrage attack. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. But if you're desperate to KO Eevee and Snorlax, you can do it. The only one you're not getting here is Magikarp and Wailord Tag Team GX. Magikarp and Wailord Tag Team GX, you're not getting a one-hit KO. It's not happening. But given that that's one Pokemon in the entire game, I think we can live with it. As for the not being able to attack next turn, I mean, look, Boswell didn't care, and Volcanion didn't care, so I don't see why this should care. But the GX attack here, we like very, very much indeed. It does 200 damage for free energy. Now, 200 for free energy is just flat out great. That is a ridiculous amount of damage. Free energy 200, yowza. I mean, in the expanded format, Blacksmith and attach from your turn. I mean, look, we're clearly thinking Kiawe here. So 200 is quite nice. But if you put an extra free energy on, so 6 in total, all have to be fire, then you do 300 damage, and damage from this attack is not affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it cannot be blocked. So let's take something like Duskmane Necrozma. This is my go-to example. Yeah, that's going to go down. They can have used their GX attack and be blocking. Dawn Wings Necrozma, I should say. They can be using their GX attack and blocking, but it doesn't matter. You'll go straight through it. Any kind of attack or ability or anything that would otherwise stop this damage, you can just ignore it and run straight through. Ultra Beasts have Lusamine Prism Star, which if you've got 3 prizes remaining, you play a Lusamine Prism Star, and then you get immunity for a turn. You can sit there and be like, ha ha ha, you cannot attack me. Oh no, wait, yes you can, because you go through it. And of course here, the sequencing of turns should be fairly obvious. What you want to do, ideally going first, turn 1, Kiawe to get 4 energy on, and then you need an extra energy. Oh no, wait, you can attach an energy for your turn. Great. So turn 1 you attach, then Kiawe, turn 2 you attach. Oh look, you've got 6 energy on. You use a GX attack, and then the following turn, you do 230, and you should be taking minimum 4 prizes. If you're against a Tag Team GX deck that cannot one-hit KO you, you can legitimately win the game in 3 turns. Turn 1 Kiawe, turn 2 Tag Team GX KO, turn 3 Tag Team GX KO, you've won the game. You can legitimately win the game in 3 turns. This is powerful. I told you that fire decks and fire Pokemon generally have the MO, lots of energy, lots of damage. Well, this fits the mold perfectly. Lots of energy, lots of damage. There is a lot of potential here. And look, this is Tag Team GX number 11. And so far, of the 10 Tag Team GXs which have been released and have been legal in tournaments in Japan, 10 of them have won tournaments in Japan. So that puts a lot of pressure on these new Tag Team GXs to also be good enough to win tournaments. And I don't think Charizard and Reshiram are worried. I think that they're absolutely content. And I think they should be feeling fairly confident. And I think it's fair to assume that they will be winning tournaments in the not too distant future. This is a great card. Yes, it's energy hungry, but we've got Kiawe. Now, generally speaking, when I talk about fire Pokemon, I say, oh, I love Reshiram GX's GX attack. 118, you can attach 5 fire energy from your hand. But remember, we want to use the GX attack of Charizard and Reshiram here, so maybe not. That is still an option, incidentally. And the great thing here is you can attach 2 energy to one Charizard and Reshiram and 3 energy to another, and then the next turn you attach from your hand and that's 2 ready to go, and we all know that you just ace roll of these tag team GXs before they get KO'd. So Reshiram is an option here, but I still think that the better option is just going for your GX attack with Kiawe. This is a good Pokemon that does a lot of damage, and it's even got an outrage attack, so if you're not being one-hit KO'd, ha ha ha. So ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a very good card, and I'm going to be giving it 5 Wassies. And honestly, I've gotten to the stage now where these tag team GXs, I'm just going to default to giving them 5 Wassies unless they look terrible, because they all end up being really good. But I would very much like to know what you think about this, so please do let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! But please do remember the rule. Be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @thewassie, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassiePlays for Keyforge and Transformers action. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.